everybody! Thank you so much for clicking on the video. If you are new here, my name is Adrienne. I upload mommy lifestyle videos, a haul here and there, a vlog here and there. And today we are talking baby girl names. Now, we have two boys. Weston is 2.5, almost 3, and Tucker is 8 months old. I did a baby boy names, like top 10 baby boy names list. I'm gonna leave that in the description box down below and up here in the cards. I did that name list about a month or so ago, and I thought, why not put our girl names out there? Because we have talked girl names. I love watching these videos, and I love to find new and interesting names through these videos. So here are our top 10 girl names. I am someone who has always thought about baby names, and so even though we did find out with both Weston and Tucker that it was a boy, I've always dreamt about baby girl names, and that's why I have so many. I have more than just 10, but I would say that these are probably like top 10 names over the last couple of years while we were trying to decide before we knew if it was a boy or a girl. One of my top names, and this is so funny, Matt and I both found this name in a book. We read the same book. We both found this name in a book, and I said, wouldn't that be such a great name? I kind of like pointed to it. I think we were with friends or family, and I pointed to it and I was like, I love that name for a baby. This was before I was ever pregnant. And he was like, yeah, I love that name too. It's so pretty. And then I got pregnant with Wes, and we didn't know yet if he was a boy or girl. And I was like, let's talk about the names. Like, you know that name? We both liked the D name from that book. And he was like, yeah, I love it. Delaney is such a pretty name. And I was like, Delaney? It's Delaney. So we pronounced the name differently. And so immediately it was taken off the list. But Delaney is my favorite name in a long time. I have not met any little girls named Delaney. You could call her Del, you could call her Laney. I just love the whole name, and I think it's so pretty the way that it's spelled out. The next name that I want to talk about is such a precious name. I've loved this name forever and ever, and the name is Anya. A-N-Y-A. I think that this name sounds beautiful. It looks beautiful. It's so unique and interesting. I don't know the meanings behind these names. These are just names that I love and would keep on a list for a future pregnancy if we ever have a little girl. The next name that I love so much, I used to be a teacher, and I had a student by this name, and she was, I want to say she was Scandinavian, so maybe this name has Scandinavian roots. I'm not sure. The name is Edie, E-D-I-E. This is just such a cute, pretty name. There are a lot of Evies in the world, and so Edie does sound really close to that, but I still love it. I loved this little girl that was in my classroom. She was just such a little sweetheart. The next name on my list, I almost don't want to share because I love this name so much, but I am going to share it because I'm pretty sure we have our name picked out for our next child, whether it's a boy or a girl, and so we probably would not use this name. I don't think, but we might, so we'll see. But the name is Drew. D-R-E-W, for a little girl. I love this name. I love Drew Barrymore. I really like gender neutral names. My name is very gender neutral, Adrienne, and Drew, I just think it's like such a cool name, but it's so pretty. If you have like a really pretty middle name that it can go along with. I always liked like Drew Ellis, I think is really kind of cool. It's so Southern, and I love old Southern names. Speaking of actresses, another beautiful name that I love for a little girl is Gwen. And I know Gwyneth Paltrow. I mean, maybe we would put Gwyneth as her full name, but I just think Gwen is really pretty. It's different. There are not very many Gwens around here, at least. Maybe there are in other parts of the world, but definitely not here in Michigan. And it's just so pretty and so cute. I love it. One name that we did come up with a long time ago, but will definitely not be using because there are so many of these little girls in our lives now, Charlotte. And the name is beautiful. I love the name. There really are. We have a lot of Charlottes in our lives now, so there's no possible way that we would name our baby Charlotte. But one of the things we liked was that Charlotte is sort of a nod to when we lived in the Virgin Islands, because Charlotte Amalie is the capital of the Virgin Islands, the US Virgin Islands. We thought it would be really pretty to name a daughter Charlotte Emily, because Emily is my sister. How pretty would that be, right? Like Charlotte Emily Reinhardt. I just think it flows and it's really pretty. It is a long name, but I like it. I also really like the name Bryn, B-R-Y-N-N. We went to school with a Bryn, and so I don't know that we would use it. We don't really see her very often, but again, it's just like Gwen. It's just short and sweet. Yeah, I guess I like short little girl names, right? Like Drew, Gwen, Bryn. I do think that Bryn, it's one of those names that here we don't hear very often. I know Brinley is getting very popular, and those little girls probably end up going by Bryn, but I really like that name. Another name that I love is Merritt, M-E-R-R-I-T-T. I just think that like Mare is a really cool nickname. We do have a cousin named Mary. It's a bit of a harsh ending with the I-T-T, and I don't know if that goes with Reinhardt very nicely because of the t, but you could put like a really pretty middle name with it, like Merritt Jane Reinhardt. I think that's really sweet. I love it. This name seems to be a little bit of a popular boy's name, but I think for a girl, it could be really pretty. The name is Rowan, R-O-W-A-N, I think is how we would spell it. And I like that her nickname could be Ro. It's like cool and hip, but also pretty classic, right? Like everyone knows how to say the name Rowan if they see it. And I love Ro. I think that's so cute. The last name that I'm gonna mention today is one of my favorites. I don't think my husband would ever go for it, but the name is sweet. The name is Paisley, and I like the name. I love Paisley print, and you know what though, as I say it, I don't think I could ever have a Paisley daughter. Like, what would her nickname be? We definitely are a nickname family. Weston is West, Tucker is Tuck. I don't know. I don't know what you would give her as a nickname.
Like the birds in the mountains do, like a child who cries for you, cries for you. So let me sing for you, about the streets and the avenues,